Welcome to Dark Truths, Religion Uncovered, where we explore the fascinating and often complex relationship between faith and doubt. Tonight, we're going to uncover a radical idea that the greatest heroes of faith aren't the perfect saints or the flawless figures from the scriptures. No, the real heroes are the ones who dared to question, the ones who had the audacity to challenge the divine. We're talking about a prophet whose courage reshaped the very meaning of faith, and his story might just shake the foundations of what you believe. Think about Abraham. He was commanded to sacrifice his own son, an unthinkable act. But instead of just following orders, he grappled with the morality of it all. Then there's Moses, who stood up to God himself, arguing passionately to save his people. He reminded the heavens about moral responsibility and the power of standing up for others. And we can't forget Job. Sitting in ashes, consumed by suffering, he too refused to accept what he saw as injustice. He demanded answers, engaging in a raw, honest dialogue with the divine. These figures weren't just rebels, they were deeply engaged in a relationship with God. Wrestling with the divine isn't a sign of betrayal, it's a sign of profound commitment. In Jewish theology, this boldness is actually a sacred principle called chutzpah, which translates to a holy audacity before heaven. The ancient rabbis taught that God actually finds more joy in those who wrestle with difficult questions than in those who just passively agree. The core of true faith isn't blind, thoughtless obedience. That's just fear, pretending to be devotion. Real faith is an active struggle. Look at Jacob's famous wrestling match with an angel. He didn't walk away untouched. He left with a limp, a physical reminder of his struggle and his perseverance. That limp wasn't a mark of shame. It was a symbol of his transformation. He was renamed Israel, which means one who struggles with God. This completely reframes faith. It was not about being perfect. It was more about actively participating in the struggle with belief, doubt, and the biggest questions of our existence. So, what happened? As religions became more organized and institutional, this powerful idea of questioning and wrestling with faith started to fade. What was once seen as a sacred conversation became a sin. Questioning was discouraged, and blind obedience was celebrated as the ultimate virtue. But if you look throughout history, every major revival, every reformation, every spiritual rediscovery started with brave individuals who weren't afraid to say no, who dared to challenge the established rules. Could it be that real holiness isn't found in quiet submission, but in the courage to ask tough questions and confront what doesn't make sense? Maybe challenging heaven isn't about rejecting the divine at all. Maybe it's about keeping the conversation real and the relationship honest. Thank you for joining us on Dark Truths, Religion Uncovered. Now we want to hear from you. What do you believe? Does true faith begin with worship, or does it begin with argument? Is it found in the struggle for truth, even if that struggle is a little contentious? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep exploring these critical questions together. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden side of faith.